Hello everyone. So this is about this play stand that I built. A lot of people have been asking me about it. It actually is part of this open cage. I have like a completely open cage up here that's got all kinds of little toys and things in there. It does have a lid on it, but the entire side of it is open so they can get in and out of there. The play stand I built is on the wall. It's actually hanging on the wall. This part is on top of a Millsboro cabinet where I grow food for my birds. So this is entirely dedicated to just growing food for my birds. Then I have a backdrop that I got off Amazon behind that. It's really, really pretty. I like this one because, I don't know, it's just like more uplifting. It's not dark and it just really goes with this whole scenario really well. The actual frame of the play stand is a piece of an old cage. So I tend to save these a lot because they just work, right? Like this was the doors on the old cage. So I took this whole entire piece and I hung it on the wall with just a couple of hooks. Then I attached everything to it just like you would the inside of a bird cage. So you basically have everything you could do to the inside of a bird cage, but you can now do it on your wall just by saving old parts of bird cages. So like, say you had maybe you could pick up an old bird cage like this on a discount or something, like off of Amazon or off of Facebook. Then you would just take the panels and use the panels to cover your wall and just hang them up, and then you have an instant amazing play stand. My birds use that play stand more than they use these play stands. They're hardly ever on these like fancy little ones, and this costs nothing. Come here, Mango. Come here, honey. Come on. Come on, sweetie. What's wrong? There she goes. That's Mango. She's my Indian ringneck, and this is Sapphire and Sugar. These are Quakers. Then we have we have Sage and Cinnamon over here. They're also beautiful Quakers. Then there's Coco and Ginger. They are cockatiels. They love the play stand. And I have my Budgies in their little customized budgie cage. And this one is also on my channel. I have a whole layout about this one. I can do another video if anybody's interested in doing this cage for your budgies. It is awesome. I mean, it is like the best cage I've ever designed. I love it. And I can even continue to build up higher. In fact, when I first did it, it was all the way to the ceiling, but then it was harder for me to move it because I can't lift a lot. So right now I have it on a piece of board that I purchased from Canadian Tires. And then when I want to move it, I have one of these carts that's like the same color, and I can just slide that right off the table and onto the cart. So I can move it into any other room really easily. But I have this all kind of set so I can just lift the top, and I can even slide it and take it off so that they can just fly on out and have a good time and have their little budgie party. But inside there's plenty of room for 6 budgies, and they can fly right across it. So they have like plenty of area in there to fly if I don't like let them out every single day. But I usually let all the birds out on different cycles at some point every single day. What you doing, Coco? What you doing, Ginger? So you can see like all the toys, right? Like the branches are just coming out. They're fixed with the traditional little round dowels, right? And then there's toys that I just have hanging. I use a lot of times, I will use plastic shower hooks because they're really safe and the birds can't eat them. So those work out really good because they're not metal. I use those to hang pretty much anything, and I'm not like messing with my fingers and trying to use those clips because these clips are such a pain. I have the worst time getting them on and off things. So I usually switch everything out for those. So much easier to use. All of these toys I ordered off of Amazon. They were relatively inexpensive, and they're just kind of like, you know, all part of it. And then to make it really easy for the birds to get from one place to another, because they love the bridges, I have two main bridges, one going over to this cage where there's food and water, and then another one, as you can see Coco's on it, that leads from the play stand onto the rings, and then they can crawl all over the rings and have a good time. But you can see they love it. They love the toys. It's above their cage, so there's really nothing to clean up because the cage just catches everything. You can see right now, this has been all day, there's nothing to clean up because the cage is big enough to hold all the mess inside, and anything falling off of there is actually falling into the cage, or it's falling onto these things here that I got at the dollar store. They're just like kitchen plastic. They come in big rolls, and I use them so that the birds can walk and not freak out the birds below, and then you can just wipe them off. They're so easy to clean. I actually have them here on the bottom, so I can just vacuum them or wipe them off. So simple. But that's the play stand, and I love it. And I'm probably going to add another piece over to the side and just kind of keep it going, because every single bird I have loves to play up there. They have a ball. I think it's really good too to have the wood planks that they can just kind of suspend on. Ginger right now is standing on what is actually a door that is attached to this, because this was the side panel that had the doors, so they were already there. I just leave them open, and I have the ladder joined to it. What's up, Mango? Oh, she's so jealous. She wants apple. But just work with what you have, you know, like if you have something that does that, great. If you don't, Mango, come here. Go, 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 go. You be a good girl. You be a good girl. Go, 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 go. You be a good girl. You can order those planks right off of Amazon, and they just fix on just like a regular toy does. Very easy. Then these are just like apple branches, all natural branches that I bought again off of Amazon. I can link everything below so you can easily find stuff. Yeah, and I even make a lot of toys for them, you know, like I'll go to the Dollarama and I'll get these plastic, these are plant pots for bonsai trees. So whenever they have those low pots, I scoop them up, get a bunch of them, and I'll fill them with just toys, like old toys and new toys, pieces of wood from Dollarama, anything that's natural that they can, like seagrass, pieces of mats, pine cones that I buy from there. I mean, all kinds of shredding things, and even some food, right? Right? Is that right, Sapphire? Is that right? Is that what I do? I do, right? Huh? Is that it, Sapphire? Peekaboo? Peekaboo, Sapphire? Are we talking to me today? Are we talking to me? Yes? Hello? Hello, Sapphire. Pika? Peekaboo? Peekaboo! Pika? Peekaboo! 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 Pika! Peekaboo! Peekaboo, Sapphire! Peekaboo! Pika? Pika? Peekaboo! Pika? Peekaboo! Hi! Hi, Sapphire! Hi! Hi! What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Buddy, 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 buddy. Buddy, buddy. Buddy, buddy, buddy. Buddy, 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 buddy. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Are we a good girl? Are we a good girl? Are we a good girl? Mango a good girl? Is Mango a good girl? Oh. You a good girl? Is she a good girl? She's a good girl. Mango's a good girl. She's a good girl. Is she a good girl? Aw, she's looking for her mate. I know, she's a good girl. She's a pretty girl. Mango. You're a good girl, Mango. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. Aww. I know, you're a good girl. Okay, so that's the play stand. Those are my birds. Having a good time. What do we want, Coco? Hi. Hi, Coco. Hi. Can you say hello? Yes. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. All right. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope this was helpful.